Hello! Welcome back to Me with Margaret. This is a platform where we look at subjects that impact on our families. It's about motivation, education, and engagement. So we look at subjects that impact on our health, on our families, on our communities, different or a range of things that can actually promote our well-being and also, speak to other people that need to hear the messages, and it's about giving a voice to the voiceless. So welcome once again to Me with Margaret. We've been doing a project called My Child and Me, and one of the things we have done is we conducted a survey in the summer. So this video is about the findings of that project. So listen to this. Let's hear about what the young people have to say. So a few weeks ago, I spoke about the subject of children's interaction with their parents and how our approach will make a lot of difference to their development and mental well-being. If you haven't watched it, I'd like to challenge you. Please go and watch it. It's called My Child and Me. Watch that video. You won't regret it. So we conducted a survey on a target group of over 42 children in the summer between the ages of 11 and 15. And these are our findings. It's about what they have said. So signs of anxiety is one of them. They start to show at the age of 11 in year 6. And this could be attributed to the stress of these children or what they have about school and examinations, as this year 6 is the year when they must sit for their SATs. One of the young girls, age 12, described the symptoms of having sleeplessness, saying that whenever it was a test season, she became so stressed she will not even sleep at all. And yet children below this age feel genuinely happy in school and enjoy it. And there's another aspect of the finding. It says expectations for boys and girls within and without school is very different. So from the findings, we found out that, in school, girls are able to get away with more in terms of behavior. For example, the authority figures like teachers are more tolerant towards girls who are outspoken in class compared to boys. The latter tend to the boys get penalized more often. Also, girls are typically expected to pick feminine activities, and if it happens to show their preference for masculine activities, they are viewed as weird. A specific example was stated by one of our 15-year-olds who made it clear that she was going to opt for computer science as a course. Unlike boys who opted for the same, who were called smart, she was labeled as a geek or a nerd. This is coming from them. Don't forget that. Unfortunately, this ideology that a profession or course of study should be linked to one's gender may lead to repression of emotions and lead to mental health problems. For another instance is if boys are expected to engage in activities that are considered masculine, it teaches them not to express themselves or show emotion, and this can be very dangerous if they become mentally ill. Another part of our findings says that people of color or BAME community groups do not take mental health seriously, and I can relate to this, but this is what they say. The participants or the children that are from ethnic or people of color households all believe that mental illness within their communities is not taken seriously. Their families will just question why anyone in that community should be depressed. Or they will say, go and pray, go and wash the plates. But this is unlike people in our white communities, where one young white girl in her early teens said that her parents fully supported her and urged her to get help for her mental health to improve. This showed a very big difference between the two groups. So another aspect of the finding says not having a good support system for a child, especially in their teens and preteens, will lead the child into thinking there's no one to rely on. And this means that in the event of mental illness, they will feel they have no one to talk to. They could repress their feelings, and then at that point, it will be harder to help them. And we've seen this happen time and time again. So another aspect is about the expectations on gender. The study also showed that black girls strongly believe that expectations are more for them than their brothers. They're expected to begin to think about their future, whereas their brothers are much more coddled. I believe this can be linked to the anxieties that are being expressed. We found out that it was mainly the girls that were saying that they experience anxiety, as they were often told that they had to become a good, strong black woman. So let's listen to another aspect of the findings: the schools not taking mental health seriously. All of the teens and the preteens that were spoken to about mental health within schools contended that schools do not take their mental health seriously, even though they said, or there's a tick box process in place. And this is why they are saying this. They say that the schools do not teach about lesser or known mental health problems like bipolarism, and they only speak about anxiety or depression. So it's just like a tick box for them. They don't dig deep, they don't show them. So they do not teach them the mechanisms for these mental illnesses. So the children are unaware of who their guidance counselors are and when or where they can use them or see them. So the schools still dole out so much schoolwork without taking cognizance of possible mental health issues. So, what support systems were available? Everyone in the group that were surveyed felt that they had someone to talk to or rely on, no matter how bad the situation was, whether it be a family member or a friend. Interestingly though, the children in the group rarely mention their parents, as they go to persons to offload their worries onto, but no parents. One 12-year-old girl said that she could not talk to her parents about everything because if she did badly on a test, they would use what she said against her. So, what are they saying? That they can't talk to their parents as much as they want to. So, there's another aspect of the findings. For this group, these include how do they cope? Sleep, unhealthy diet, no one mentioning it to, or talking to an adult. These are the things that impact on them. And they believe that it's progressively getting worse. Everyone in the target group that were spoken to, in their opinion, they believe that mental health issues was getting worse as one generation evolved into another. Some attributed this to social media and the fact it places impossible standards on people, especially in the area of beauty. And this creates serious eating disorders for young people. Others attributed the cause of these issues to high expectations at school and the pressure of study and tests on them. So, with all that has been said about this survey, we can think about the worry of the 12 to 15-year-olds and the burden they have to carry about tests and anxiety. They believe that by the time they turn 14, they have to start worrying about their future and who they need to be. So, should we be listening to them? Yes, we should. Listening to these young people is so important, and it doesn't have to stop here. We've done a survey, but the work still goes on. It needs us to listen to them, pay attention to them, be strategic in how we do this. And then we can hopefully get parents and schools and whoever is working with them to support in such a way that will prevent or reduce mental health issues and other antisocial behavior that are plaguing our communities. So I'd like to ask you today, this is a survey, it's not conclusive, it's still ongoing, and we're hoping that we can do it a bit more, but it's all about listening to our young people. This is what they said. What can we do about it? What do you think? So I just want to throw this open to us, whether you're a practitioner, a professional, or a parent, particularly for parents or families from, Black and minority ethnicities or people of color. What do you think? How can we work together so that we can support our young people to be better and reduce the stigma of mental health and reduce the issues that are plaguing our communities? Thank you for watching me today. I look forward to seeing you next time with me, or with Margaret. Thank you for watching.